Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Omwando Enoch. Of course, this is channel number 1 on matters disability. Maze, it's long since we posted something in our channel. People have been coming in my inbox asking what happened. Why are we not seeing any posts? But I want to tell you that because of unavoidable circumstances, that's why we have not been able to post anything in our channel. But I want to assure you that now I'm back, and we shall be posting back videos after videos every now and then. And of course, as we all know that this is a channel on matters, deals with matters with disabilities, and persons with disabilities are so many things that we can discuss concerning them. And for those ones who are new the channel, we have really posted several videos concerning matters disability. So if you have not checked, just if you are new, just go there, check, and you'll get a lot of videos which are very amazing. And as we always say that this channel is not only for persons with disabilities, but it's for everyone. It's for all. Reason being, you might be affected in one way or another. You might not be a person with disability yourself, but you might be having a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, a wife, a husband, or a friend who has a disability. Not even a friend, but a colleague, a schoolmate, you know, name them, a neighbor. And when you get this information, it's good to share with them so that they'll be helped, they'll be assisted on matters disability. Therefore, I want to encourage you that keep watching our videos, and kindly always watch these videos to the end. That's the only way you can get the content of the video. Otherwise, if you watch the first 5 minutes or the first 3 minutes, then you'll not be able to get the content of our video. So kindly watch to the end. And those ones who have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, kindly, I want to humbly request you that just pause the video, subscribe, then continue watching the video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment. You know, this is the video, or this is the channel to be. Anything doing with persons with disabilities. And as I've been telling you always, that this is a channel that you'll get interesting, very interesting stories of persons with disabilities. Others are stories which are very very encouraging. Others are very demoralizing. Some stories. There are people with disabilities who have managed to be very successful after they have undergone so many issues, so many problems, but at the end of the day, they get success. So we shall be bringing people here in our channel, discussing on matters disability, telling us their life stories on how they have been handling, they have been going on handling themselves as persons with disabilities, regardless the challenges that they have been having, and what led them to, what motivates them to move on, to soldier on, despite the fact that they are persons with disabilities, despite the fact that they are despised in the society, despite the fact that they have been neglected by the society. There are people who are having funny stories. Sometimes maybe a child was born, and when he was born, the parents realized that this is a person with a disability. And when they realized that it's he or she is a person with disabilities, one of the parents decided to neglect the child. And at the end of the day, the child, together with their mother, in most cases, there are mothers who are affected when they get children with disabilities. So sometimes they are sent away with their husbands or the family of the husband, and they end up going back to their homes. Then they'll struggle raising this child alone. At the end of the day, this child succeeds, and we realize that these fathers come back after they have realized that their child has been successful. Now they'll come and they start associating themselves with the child. so those are the stories that we shall be sharing. By the way, persons with disabilities outside here have very interesting stories. So if you are joining us and if you are watching this video, we are coming live from Nyamira County, and this is Nyamira County. As you can see where we are, this is a field, and it's a school called Nyamira Primary School. It's a government school, so this is where we are. And without much ado, I want to go straight to our topic. As you are seeing that topic there, stating that a new update on importing a duty-free car. Just sit down, relax, and enjoy and learn a lot from this video. If I can give you a recap, in this channel we have been discussing so much. Now that we have not been posting the video, I just wanted to give you a recap before I tell you the new update on the issues, on the issue concerning importation, duty-free car importation. So in this channel we have been discussing so many matters concerning persons with disabilities. We have seen that for one to be a person with disabilities, to be recognized as a person with disabilities here in Kenya, he or she must be registered. And this person must be registered where? With the organization that has been given mandate by the government of Kenya. That is, the organization is called National Council for Persons with Disabilities. When we say National Council for Persons with Disabilities, that means this organization has both people with disabilities and those ones without disabilities. But if you encounter an organization called if it was National Council of Persons with Disabilities, then purely that organization, from the workers, from everybody who is working there, he or she must be a person with disability. But if it is for persons with disability, then it is inclusive. Persons with disabilities or those ones without disability. So the organization which has been given the mandate by the government of Kenya have said that it is called National Council for Persons with Disabilities. Where is National Council for Persons with Disabilities found? It's found all over the country. In 47 counties, we have offices of the National Council for Persons with Disabilities. But the headquarters of the organization is found in Nairobi, a place called Westland, ABC Place. When you reach there, you ask for National Council for Persons with Disabilities, you shall be directed. So for you to be recognized as a person with disabilities, you must be registered with the National Council for Persons with Disabilities. So how do you register? I have said that you go to the hospital, you'll be assessed, then after assessment, you'll be given the you'll be given the assessment forms, then you take them. Nowadays it is easy. Those ones who if you can remember, registration has been a very tedious exercise, but nowadays it is very simple. I'll talk about that on registration, how it is very simple. Initially it has been very tedious. Maybe I'll remind you now that we have updates, because I had talked about registration a bit earlier, but before we brought the new registration system. So I'll talk about the new registration system maybe in our coming videos. So for you, so after you've given the forms, you'll go to the new, then you'll upload the document and you'll get registered. So I'll tell you how to register. So after registration, as a person with disabilities, you'll be given what we call a registration certificate. Are we together? Hope we are getting where we are heading to. So we talked about, for one to be recognized as a person with disability, I've said that you must be registered as a person with disability with the National Council for Persons with Disabilities. So after registration, people have been asking, what next after I've received the certificate? There are so many privileges you will get as a person with disabilities. And remember, I've told you that you can never handle any matter, any issue concerning persons with disabilities. You can never get any privilege related or relating with persons with disabilities unless you have what we call registration certificate. So there are so many privileges that you can get as a person with disabilities. We have been saying that you can, for those ones who are employed, you can be given what we call exemption from paying tax, that is pay as you earn. For those ones who are doing business, you can be given exemption on paying revenue. For those ones who want to apply for assistive devices, you can be given or you will not be given unless you attach the registration certificate. So if you are going to the hospital and maybe you don't have money to be treated and you really wanted to be given what we call a waiver, then you must be having a registration certificate. So the registration certificate does a lot. And one of the thing is what I'm going to talk about today. One of the privilege is importing a duty-free car. Initially, I've been telling you that a person with disabilities here in Kenya, because I believe I'm being watched from all over the world, but here in Kenya, a person with disabilities, one of the privileges that people with disabilities have here in Kenya is to import vehicles without paying any duty. And of course, vehicles which will help you to move around, not for business or for commercial, but for personal use. So those are the cars. Name the cars. You can import a Prado, you can import a Fielder, you can import a Vitz, you can import a Suzuki, you can import any type of car that you want to import. You can, because initially the rule was that you cannot import any car beyond 2,000 cc. That is the engine capacity. But nowadays you can import any capacity of the engine, regardless, even if it is 6,000 cc capacity. Even if it is 5,000 capacity engine, even if it is a V8, even if it is a BMW X7, even if it is a, name all those types of cars that you know, you can import that car. So, as I was saying, one of the privileges here in Kenya, you can import, you have been given as a person with disabilities, is to import a car without paying any duty. Is that not a privilege? Is that not amazing? Is it not that amazing? I believe and I know it is amazing. That is why maybe somebody, when somebody realized that we have this privilege, he decided to go and cut his one or one of his hands so that he can get the privileges. But at the end of the day, I'll tell you that's a story for another day. So that's one of the privileges that a person with disabilities have here in Kenya. So what do I want to say? For you to import a duty-free car, then you must be having what we call a registration certificate that I've been talking about. Not only the registration certificate, but you must have what we call a medical report. I'm trying to give you a recap although we have discussed this one before. Maybe you have forgotten, and I know that there are new members who have joined us, and I want to, so that I can bring the information that I wanted to bring today home, I must give you the recap so that you can be able to understand from the beginning, from the word go. You will be able to understand what we are talking about. So so you must be having a medical report, you must be having a registration certificate, of course you must be having an invoice, you must be having a bank statement. All those things you must be having them. Bill of lading. We have talked about these things. If you have not watched such videos, you just go and refer all these titles that I've been talking about, the duty-free, all those things, I've talked about them in our videos, in our channel. So you just refer it. If you are new, just go and watch them. I'm sure they will help you. So after you have collected all these things, then you will be good to go. Now you can be assured that you will import the duty-free car without any problem as a person with a disability. So after that, then now you'll go wherever you want to go and purchase your car from, either Japan or UK, wherever you want to import a car from. So you'll go look for your preferred car. After that, you do the payment, and then after doing the payment, now you will go and process what we call a duty-free document. You'll be given a duty-free certificate or letter. So remember, you don't process duty. You don't process for the duty-free letter before you purchase the car, because you need the invoice, you need the bill of lading, you need all those things that I've talked about for you to apply for the duty-free letter. So after you have gotten all those things and you've paid for your preferred car, now after you've received all those documents, you take them, you will carry them, and then you will take them to KRA. But before KRA, you will do two letters you'll do letters, one addressing National Council for Persons with Disabilities director, requesting for you to be exempted from paying duty for the car that you have imported. Another one, you'll address the KRA commissioner in charge of what? Kuna jina natafuta. So I'll remember that word, then I'll tell you. So you'll address the KRA commissioner, who is in charge of duties, the KRA commissioner. So you'll address that, another letter for that. I'll look for that, then I'll let you know maybe in our comment section. But if I remember, as before we finish the video, then I'll tell you what kind of the commissioner you are going to address. So you'll do the 2 letters, then do the documents, the 2 bundles, you attach them as I said, and then you will take them. The first bundle of the documents, you take it to the office, that is headquarters, National Council for Persons with Disabilities in Nairobi, where I told you, ABC Place, Westlands. Then you'll be given a letter from the director, Office of the Director, National Council for Persons with Disabilities, requesting KRA to exempt from paying duty for the car that you just imported. Then you will carry that letter together with the other documents that you addressed the KRA commissioner. Customs, actually, customs was the word I was looking for. KRA commissioner, that is customs. You would address the one that you had addressed, KRA commissioner, that is customs, in charge of customs. Then you'll take them to KRA headquarters in Nairobi. That is nowadays. The first now update that I want to give you, because as per the title is that the new updates on the issue of importing a duty-free car. So the first update that I want to give you is that we no longer take the documents to Times Towers. Initially, we have been taking the documents to Times Towers, that is KRA Times Towers, but nowadays we will take them to Westland. There is an office concerning the office of KRA, which is in Westlands. That's where you'll take the documents. After you've taken those documents, you'll leave them there. Then you'll come for vetting the following day. After you've presented the documents, they have been checked, they are okay, then you'll be called for vetting the following day. So after vetting, the following day, after you have been vetted and you have been given now after vetting, and they have certified that everything is okay and it's you indeed who want to buy. Because, by the way, let me tell you, before I continue, for you to convince KRA that to be given the duty-free letter, you must convince them where you got the money. So kindly don't go bring money, put it in your account, go and pay for the car. After you have paid the car, you don't have proof where you got the cash. So you must prove to KRA, ulitoa hizi hela wapi? Where did you get the money from? How did you acquire the money that you've used to buy the car? So the goodness is that if you went for a loan, then you'll attach your bank statement or a loan statement showing that you borrowed a loan. That one is so easy. But if you brought money from any other source, you must prove to KRA, give them benefit of doubt that indeed you are the owner of that car and you are the owner of the cash. Because KRA have realized that there is a lot of conmanship when it comes to importation of duty. There are people who are using persons with disabilities to import duty-free cars. So, and that's why they are very strict, and they really want to know, where did you get the cash that you used to buy the car? So I want to tell you that kindly, when you are buying the car, make sure that you prove you have the source where you brought the money. If you sold the tree, maybe you had several trees and you sold them, then you must have a letter from the chief proving that indeed this person comes from my community and he had several trees and he cut the trees and he got the money. That's where he got the money that he used to buy the car from. If you got the money from maybe selling the land, then you must be having a sales agreement ile ambayo inaonyesha kwamba this is the agreement that this land indeed I sold it and that's where I got the money. So you must prove to KRA that this is where I got the money that I used to buy the car. So I was saying, so after you've taken the the documents, then you'll be given the duty free. You approve the KRA that indeed you are the owner of the cash, and you have been given the duty free letter. Now this is what I was talking about. You'll go to Mombasa for clearance. Your car has arrived in Mombasa. The car takes like 3 to 4 weeks to arrive in Mombasa. So your car has arrived to Mombasa. So what next? You send the documents, you identify the agent. That one is normal. You send them to the agent. But now this is what I want to talk about. The KRA has increased. Point number 2. The KRA has increased. These are the new updates that I'm giving you. The KRA has increased the entry fee. Initially, the entry fee was a bit low. If you, for example, for a Toyota Fielder, if you wanted to import a Toyota Fielder, we were paying an entry fee not exceeding 32,000. But nowadays, you might have to pay up to 60-something thousand. And the car, if it is, maybe for now you can import a 2017 car, but if it's 2018, 2019, then it might go to a bit higher, maybe to 70-something thousand, 80-something thousand. So it has increased. So with your budget clearance fee, make sure that you increase by, on top of what we have been paying, you increase the budget for clearance fee. Number 2, after that's an update number 2. Number 3, another update is that there are things that KRA has introduced which were not there, so you railway fees, you what. There are so many levies which are there. And also, port charges has increased. Port charges where the car is kept after it has come from wherever you bought it from, it will be kept there in Mombasa at the port. So there are charges for the port. They have increased also. So there are charges when it comes to clearance has increased. But this is not what I wanted to say. Another thing that which is funny, and I really want this information, share this information to reach KRA, which is bad. I'm not seeing essence whereby, let me talk about it before I say what the essence I'm talking about. So you'll have to go to Mombasa. Initially, for a visually impaired person, for a HI person, unless you are a person with physical impairment, when you are subjected to go to Mombasa for clearance, so that you can be tested na ile machine yenye ni modified machine for driving. But for a VI, for a HI, for any other disability, you were not needed to go. Initially it was there. People were going to Mombasa, everybody, but it was removed. Now they have already returned it. So you'll have to go to Mombasa, uangaliwe, you'll be taken photos, then after that, zitume Nairobi. So halafu then again you'll go back to Mombasa for clearance. Uide mtu wa KRA akuone, ndio ndio tena you'll be allowed to take your car. So why should you do this? This is what I was talking about. Why should we subject somebody? Maybe I've gone to Nairobi for vetting, and indeed KRA has proved that this is a person with disabilities, and indeed is the owner of the car. Why then again do you want me to go to Mombasa to see another KRA person? Is KRA doubting his officers at the headquarters? Why should the person who is in charge in Mombasa want me again to go to Mombasa, and yet I'm not going to use the modified car? I'm not a person with a physical disability or a person on a wheelchair who needs his car to be modified. Me, I'm a person with disabilities who has nominated a driver. So anybody who has nominated the driver, why should he be or she be subjected to go to Mombasa for her or him to be seen by another officer of KRA, and yet I've been given the duty free? I've got all those things that I've explained. I was explaining so that you can understand the scenario. All those procedures I've undergone them. Why should I again go to Mombasa? So this is what I wanted to say, that my fellow persons with disabilities, those ones who are nominating drivers, be prepared to go to Mombasa. If you didn't want to go to Mombasa, you'll have to go to Mombasa. You'll be subjected to go to see the KRA person in charge of clearance in Mombasa. But doesn't make sense. So kindly share this information to KRA so that they remove that. I'm not seeing the essence why we should do that. So this is what I wanted to say, and that is the update that I really wanted to give you so that you can share to KRA. Let it reach the KRA and they remove that nonsense of sending people to Mombasa so that for clearance, and yet they have been cleared from the headquarters. Thank you very much. The video has been long, but you will agree with me that it had to be long. I have tried to shorten even so that it hasn't been that long, but it had to be that long so that you can get the information clearly what I really wanted to talk about. So thank you for watching this video. My amazing subscribers, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe. As I told you, we shall be giving you the information every day. So expect videos every now and then, expect videos every after even 2 days you get the video. So kindly keep checking our channel, let our channel grow. Thank you for thousands and 1,000+ subscribers. Now we are fetching we are fighting to get 4,000 watch hours so that we can be monetized. Otherwise, thank you very much. Continue watching our videos. Look social media. Our Facebook account is Omwando Enoch. That is Enoch Omwando Ondieki. And our TikTok is Omwando Enoch. So follow us. We are having so many information concerning persons with disabilities. Until next video, thank you for watching. Bye bye.